Everybody, thanks for joining me today. My name is Kareem, and I have just started Chemo's Kitchen, the YouTube channel that you are now on. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the videos. And I hope so far that you have found them to be truly fun and educational and useful. So, I wanted to take this opportunity to sort of introduce myself and to introduce the concept for this YouTube channel. Now, you should know that I never intended to put anything up on YouTube. But a friend of mine asked me how I made homemade pasta, and I said I use a KitchenAid mixer. And he said maybe we should do it together sometime. And I was going to do it for, I actually did do it for Christmas when my parents came over for Christmas Day dinner. And I thought, well, let's shoot it and see what happens, right? So I did, showed it to some friends, really good friends who I trust, and they said you need to put it up on YouTube immediately because what you're doing is not, it's not a produced video. It is a very, very natural video, and people now are gravitating towards those videos. So let me introduce myself. Let me introduce the concept for this channel, which is going to follow the exact same format all throughout all the videos that I end up posting. So, by way of introduction, my name is Kareem. I am not a professional chef. Let's just get this out of the way. I never worked in restaurants, none of that. What I have done is I've taken many professional culinary classes. So, what I'm going to do now is try and sort of share all the learnings that I have learned from those classes and that I actually try and use every day and in the kitchen every day, right? I'm a finance professional, M&A, and consulting professional, mergers and acquisitions, and I've been that for 20 plus years. I still am, and this is just called a side hustle. I don't know, call it a really nice interest of mine. But I've always had a little bit of a culinary interest back in college when I was studying hotel management. Just never got to take those classes back then. But about 10, actually, yeah, about 10 years ago, I was in Seattle working for a big tech company and was very, very project heavy, project management heavy, and I needed to exercise my other side of the brain. So I started taking culinary classes. One of my favorite schools is Hot Stove Society down in downtown Seattle. I took a bunch of classes with them and still to this day keep in contact with the head chef and the head chef instructor, Bridget. She taught me a lot. Then I moved to DC and took more professional culinary classes in a professional kitchen environment school at l'Académie de Cuisine. And I really just want to share what I've learned with you all. I hope you find the videos and content informative, educational, and something that you can and approachable, something that you can do at home yourself. And I'm going to make it as easy as possible because most of it really is kind of easy. It does take a little practice, but most of it is really easy. And I think you're going to find that it's truly enjoyable to get back down to basics, right? So the concept is skills, techniques, methods. This channel is not about recipes. I will not teach a recipe because honestly, I don't know really recipes, right? I know techniques and skills and methods, and that's what I use every day. Will I ever put ingredients lists? No. Well, with some exceptions. So there are, in some cases, I do need to provide you with quantities for what we're doing. For example, mayo, making homemade mayonnaise, it's a very, very specific quantity. So I need to put that up, and I will put that up. Homemade pasta, when we're making the dough, it's a very specific ratio of eggs to flour and water. So I will put that up. But for the most part, we're teaching skills. We're not teaching recipes. Okay? Let's just understand that. So how are we going to do this? Or what's the type of contents that we're going to actually go through? We're going to do knife skills, how to cut properly, how to hold a knife properly. We're going to do, stocks, how to build a good chicken stock. And you should never buy chicken stock or any kind of stock at the store because you should just do it yourself. We're going to do, we're going to have, everything from dry heat cooking, wet heat cooking to, a buddy of mine just asked me, hey, can you show me how to, cook flaky fish on an open fire? Great, sure, why not? I could do that. So that's dry heat cooking. So we're going to do that. So it's the content's going to really, really expand. But it's going to really start with basics, knife skills, soups and stocks, vegetables, meat, eggs, grains, rice, etc., etc., etc. And it's just going to build from there. It's not going to be in any sort of, linear format like you would learn in culinary school. This is more, okay, I'm going to make this today, so let me shoot a video on it. So that's just how it's going to be. The way the videos are going to work is there is going to be zero editing, zero post-production, no fanfare, no, words on the page, no 30-second reels posted all over the place, none of that. It's literally going to be start recording, stop recording, upload to YouTube. That's it. Okay? And the reason for that is I want this to be as natural as possible. I want you to maybe take the video and work with me, right? Have it up on the side on your phone or on your tablet and do it with me. And so the videos are long because sometimes doing this is long and sometimes I talk too much and you're just gonna have to, hopefully it's funny. But I want you to do it with me and I want you to see sort of what it should look like as you're working, right? As you're doing what you're doing. If it's not coming out the way it's coming out for me on the video, then maybe you're doing something wrong. And go back and restart or figure out what's wrong and correct it. And I'll try and point those out along the way. And if you ever have any questions or any comments or anything, please reach out through the comments, sort of YouTube comments, and I will answer them back, I promise. I'm new to this social media, uploading content stuff, so it might take me a little bit of time to kind of figure my way around it. I'm not 25. That was born with a cell phone in his hands. Not me. I was born in the 70s. So grew up in the 80s with none of this stuff. So anyway, we're gonna work through it. We're gonna have a good time. A few sort of rules that I'm gonna abide by. We already talked about how I'm gonna shoot the videos. We already talked about that there's not going to be any measurements with the exception of some specific cases. I am going to be pretty opinionated about certain things, like buying store-bought stuff, which you should not do and should just learn to do it yourself. And I'm going to show you and share with you how to do things yourself, like making salad dressings or making mayonnaise or making cheese or, all that cool stuff that when you make and you taste it'll just blow your mind. I promise you, it will blow your mind. So we're going to learn all that from scratch. And I'm going to keep telling you, don't buy this instead, etc. So a lot of tidbits along the way. We're going to learn skills. We're not going to learn recipes. We're going to learn methods. We're going to learn techniques. We're going to have fun along the way. I'm going to try and be funny. I'm going to try and look into the camera as much as I can and smile and talk to you instead of looking down at what I'm, trying to do. I will try and shoot with angles that you can actually see what I'm doing. So I may have to, this is where I may have to not follow my own rules where I have to stop the video, kind of move the camera angles, restart the video and kind of put it together. But I'm not editing. All I'm doing is just kind of changing the camera angle. And I don't want you to kind of see me do this and try and set it all up. So I'll do that offline, right? But that might be, and that's really just for the benefit of the video. It's not to cut the video. It's not to change content. No, it's just really just to get the angle right. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And that's it. I welcome all your suggestions. I welcome your comments. I hope that you find this content educational. I hope that you find it approachable. I hope that it provides you with some excitement to actually do this yourself, right? So I've already uploaded a whole bunch of videos around making pasta and I think carving chicken. I hope that they were easy to follow. I hope that they got you excited to do it yourself because it's not really that difficult. It does take a little bit of practice sometimes, especially carving chicken. That will take practice. And making the dough for the pasta, that does take a little practice. But you need to just get in there and do it. And I hope that the videos kind of provide you with a good guide. You may disagree that, I have a better, ratio for dough. Fine. I don't care. I mean, I'm not married to it. That's fine. I'm really just want to show you techniques and how to do things, right? I'm not recipe driven. Like I said, if you have a better ratio for stuff, great. Send it to me. I'll try it and I'll give you what I think. So that's kind of how we're going to run through things. I hope this wasn't too long of an intro video. It probably was. But I really did want to emphasize skills, techniques, and methods, and that this is going to be as natural as we're going to make it. And somebody just tried to call me while I'm shooting the video, so here we are. I had to silence it. But I really do hope that you find this content useful. And if you don't and you have suggestions, please tell me, and I will do everything that I can to sort of react and give you what you're looking for. But just know I'm only sharing what I have learned. Because I'm not a professional chef, I don't know everything. So, and what I don't know, I'll tell you. I don't know. And I won't give you content. I won't make anything up, I promise. So, but I do hope that you find this fun, and let's just have fun together. I think this is going to be great. All right? See you then.